Yo, what's good, guys? Splatoon 3 has a new update, and it's coming on January 29th. And while it doesn't add any new modes or weapons, it introduces a new system that changes how information is communicated in fights. This update is about confirmation, momentum, and readability. Now, a lot of things have changed. I know you guys are probably asking a lot of questions like, yo, where has the guy been? That's not this video. This video is primarily about version 11.0.0. Nintendo already released everything about it. You guys can go read all the notes. As I've said, this video is mainly for those that don't really want to read or you just want to see my face. So if you haven't, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And again, this web update is actually going to be focused on how fights are resolved, not new modes again or weapons. So the biggest change that we're going to be seeing is flow aura. Now, I don't know really what to think about this, but basically when you splat an opponent, your ink briefly spreads around that area. There are going to be videos playing that basically show everything that's going on with that. It doesn't really deal damage, but we all know how Splatoon works with basically going with that. You're going to get stuck in somebody else's ink. I'm actually really trying to understand what made them go with this direction. It's a very interesting change to the game, something I actually think is very fun in my opinion. I will say that for like your solo queue warriors, this is something that I can see being a little bit more benefit if you're actually really, really good at the game. I don't know about it from like a standpoint of the other side because of snowballing and things like that. But I will say I'm very happy about a lot of these changes because they even actually acknowledge hit detection adjustments. Alongside Flow Aura, Nintendo adjusted hit detection and attack processing. The goal is to reduce situations where shots appear to land and don't register. So for all of you that have thought that I was lying or blowing it out of proportion, I really wasn't, but it's all good because they finally made the adjustment and we're going to see that. So with Flow Aura being able to confirm basically the outcomes while hit detection improves consistency. We love consistent games. That's really the biggest thing. We love when our games are consistent. Now, one of the biggest aspects that I'm looking at is the health bar. Having a health bar in Splatoon is actually really interesting. It's a very big change in my opinion. I think a lot of these things, while they may seem, a little bit small, I think these are really big changes for like the game of Splatoon. We've been playing the game exactly the same for years. So to see these type of changes, they really matter, especially in like close combat, knowing where players are. I would love to see more of it. And as you guys can see on your screen, I'm interested in this. That's mainly why I came back. I have a sense whenever I can tell Splatoon is about to do major changes, I kind of come back at that point in time. So stealth jump, they changed it. Opponents now receive less visual information when a player jumps in using stealth jump. I mean, it is stealth jump, so it kind of makes sense. This makes reactive jump positions less consistent, especially in chaotic situations. So you're not going to be able to punish people as hard as before. As I said, there were crazier times with stealth jump. I'm not really sure what goes on at this point in time with a lot of the changes to the meta and stuff like that. Personally, don't really care as much anymore, but it is a very interesting change. And I have to say they did make a lot of weapon balance changes. If you would like to go read that, you definitely can. They make small little adjustments over time. So if you see your weapon actually performing a little better, that might be why. And of course, they also threw in a bunch of bug fixes. And just to let people know that they are still making adjustments and making changes so that, you'll enjoy playing the game. So as I've said, these are actually a lot of big changes. This is probably one of the biggest changes, in my opinion, that probably will come to Splatoon. Let me know how you guys like it. I do have to question about the clarity that you're going to have when you're on the map and stuff like that with everything else that's going on. So it's going to be a little bit interesting. So let me know what stands out to you after you've played on the new version. And again, if you're wondering where I was, you ain't finding out in this video. Have a great day. Go on a walk.